Good day, everyone. Tim from Timber Visions here. So we're back over to Woodlot, the new Woodlot, the wood farm, and we have the infamous chipper back here. So we're gonna try this again. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking. We're gonna try to chip some wood. We're on a timeline, so. This is obviously not going the way I hoped it would, but we're gonna chip. We're gonna chip all day. At least the bus night's letting me go. Oh. I'll bring it back when I'm done. Well, I've been working for 2-3 hours. I did take a little break to get some water and a little something to eat. And there's a lesson here for everyone. So when I first started clear cutting this area, I just cut up the limbs as high as I could reach, and then cut the trees down, and then I just kept pushing them to the south. Basically made a spot in the middle where I could get through. Man, the flies are terrible today. Anyway, made a spot in the middle of the lot where I could keep pushing to the south, and then I worked out each way from there. And I just kept pushing to the south. I ended up having to go around to the south end, cut some trees down so, I wasn't pushing into those trees with the trees that I cut down. Anyway, it saved me a lot of time, right? I had a week off that particular week, and I almost did all of this that week, I was cutting and then pushing with the tractor, cutting and pushing with the tractor. And it went fast, But one thing's for certain. Any time that you save in the beginning will cost you extra time in the end. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I got this big mess that I need to clean up, and it's all tangled up. It's just a freaking mess. And there's usable wood in there, but it needs to be pulled out and then limbed, and then the log set aside. And and I do have room to do that now. And I was really hoping that this chipper would be able to, I would be able to just stick a lot, a tree that would fit in there, and it would just feed itself. And it doesn't. It doesn't feed itself. I've seen videos of these Vermeers, and maybe this one just doesn't have that functionality, but I've seen videos where you just stick it in there, and that puppy just chews for a while until the RPMs come down, and then it stops the feeder, and then it goes again, and then it stops, and then goes again and stops. But with this, I actually have to sit there and run the little handle to make the feeder start and stop. So, basically I'm standing there. I could, once it gets down far enough, I can let it continue feeding on its own, go and grab the next branch and feed it in, So, it is good for that last little bit. But if it's a, diameter of like much over 4 inches, you have to throttle it in, throttle the feeder anyway. So anyway, yeah, quite the lesson I learned on this project. I'll get it done, don't get me wrong. You can see where that tractor's sitting right now. That was a huge pile of brush. It's all gone now. There's some beyond it that I pulled from over in this area here. I'm trying to get all the ash and mulberry and all that, the really long, stringy, crappy stuff. That's what I'm trying to get put through that chipper. And then the rest of it, I think I can just cut into smaller chunks and throw in the dump trailer and haul out to the tree dump. And, once the pile's small enough, this pile's too big to burn right now. It's just too big to burn. But once the pile gets small enough, the last little bit, I can just wait for the proper conditions and just burn it, just do a control burn right in the middle of the lot here. There's a nice big open space kind of where the tractor's sitting there. And I could just do a fire on a day when there isn't any wind and it isn't dry. It's a popcorn fart like it is right now. But anyway. So yeah, I'm plugging along. I know I can get it done. Pretty much anything I put my mind to, I can get it done. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of farting around. I'm renting this chipper. It'd be one thing if I had my own chipper. I could have had things ready a little bit better before I got this chipper, but I didn't really know what the weather was going to be like till there's rain coming. So that's why I was kind of in a rush to do this today. There's rain and freezing rain, and it's gonna be wet out here, and it's dry right now, and I wanted to get some of this done. So anyway, I'm not trying to be negative or anything. It's a life lesson, right? Any time that you save early on will cost you time in the end. I should have slowly just cleared this and hauled it away as I was clearing it. And yeah, I wouldn't have got things opened up as quick, but I would have been maintaining my problem as I went, So I just wanted to share that with you guys. The chipper is, chipping this time. The belt's not slipping or any of that like last time, so that's good. And you can see there's a pretty good pile of chips there, or shredded, whatever you want to call it, sawdust. But yeah, I'm going to call this for the video. I got more work to do, obviously, but I just wanted to check in before things got too late. I was in a rush to get this chipper back. But I want to thank you for stopping in, watching this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. If nothing else, learn from my mistake. You're going to do some clear cutting stuff. Haul it away as you clear it out. Don't just push it into a big pile unless you can light a match to it right away or something like that. But until next time, be safe, brothers and sisters.